I want you to answer a question, but I need you to answer it honestly. Are you in love with the man standing in front of you right now? Or are you in love with a version of him that doesn't exist yet? You know the version I'm talking about. The one who is finally emotionally available. The one who finally gets his career together. The one who appreciates you. You are holding on tight not to the reality of who he is today, but to the software update you are convinced is coming tomorrow. In psychology, we call this potential addiction. And if you feel like you are unable to leave a situation that is clearly draining you, I want you to know something. You aren't crazy, and you aren't weak. You're currently caught in a biological loop, a neurochemical trap that makes hope feel identical to love. Today, we are going to look at the science of why you are waiting and how to finally stop dating a ghost. Let's take a look at the data. Why is it harder to leave a maybe relationship than a clearly bad one? If he was terrible 100% of the time, you would have left months ago. The brain is actually very good at avoiding constant pain. But the potential man isn't terrible all the time. He is inconsistent. This is where the trap is set. In behavioral psychology, we call this intermittent reinforcement. Imagine a slot machine. If you pulled the lever and lost every single time, you'd walk away in 5 minutes. But if you pull the lever and occasionally, unpredictably win a jackpot, you will sit at that machine until you are bankrupt. Your relationship is operating on this exact same circuit. Most days, he is withdrawn or low effort. But then, randomly, you get the jackpot. He plans a date. He opens up about his childhood. He shows you a glimmer of that future version you've been dreaming about. Your brain releases a massive spike of dopamine. This isn't just pleasure. It's what neurobiologists call a positive prediction error. Your brain says, wait, I thought he was going to disappoint me, but he didn't. The potential is real. This spike is actually more addictive than consistent love. You aren't addicted to him. You are addicted to the relief of the good days after a string of bad days. And here is the hard truth we often ignore. Your empathy is acting as a blindfold. When those good moments happen, your brain floods with oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Studies show that high levels of oxytocin can actually inhibit the amygdala, the part of your brain that processes fear and danger. Literally, biologically, your love for his potential is blinding you to the danger of his reality. You are chemically compromised. I want you to picture something with me. Imagine you buy a brand new phone. You take it out of the box, but every time you try to make a call, it crashes. The screen freezes. The battery dies in an hour. You take it back to the store, and the salesperson says, listen, I know it doesn't work right now, but the manufacturer is planning a massive software update in 3 years. And once that update hits, this phone is going to be incredible. It will be the best phone you ever had. Would you keep that phone? Would you carry around a broken device for 3 years? Missing calls, dealing with the frustration just because of a theoretical update? Of course not. You would say, I need a phone that works today. But in our relationships, we do exactly this. We date version 1.0, but we are interacting with version 2.0 in our heads. We look at his silence and say, he's just working through trauma. He'll get there. We look at his lack of effort and say, once he gets that new job, he'll show up for me. We are treating him like a project. But here's the reality check. You cannot always love someone into their potential. In fact, your patience might be the very thing enabling him to stay exactly where he is. Why would he install the updates if the current version is working just fine for him? Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if he can change? What if I leave right before he turns the corner? That fear is the sunk cost fallacy. The idea that you've invested too much time to quit now. But I want to be clear. I'm not telling you to just walk away. I believe that if a connection can be saved, we should always try to save it first. Quitting is always the last resort. We aren't here to abandon the relationship prematurely. We're here to stress test it. So before you make any decisions, I want us to run a diagnostic. We aren't going to guess anymore. We're going to test it. I want you to switch your focus from potential energy, what he could be, to kinetic energy, what he actually is. For the next 30 days, I want you to conduct the gap analysis. Every time he says something like, "I'll do better," "I want to change," write it down, then watch his actions for 1 week. Is there a gap between the word and the deed? If he says he wants to communicate, but he goes silent for 3 days, that is the gap. Potential lives in the gap. Reality lives in the data. Try this. It's not an ultimatum. It's a boundary audit. Say to him, "I've noticed we talk a lot about this issue, but I haven't seen a shift on your part. I need a partner who is capable of showing up for me. Is that something you can do? Or are we on different pages?" Watch his reaction. Does he step up? Or does he get defensive? A man with true potential will see your boundary as a roadmap to love you better. A man who is addicted to your patience will see your boundary as a threat. If you are realizing right now that you've been acting as an unpaid intern in your own relationship, working hard for a position that hasn't been offered to you, I want you to know you're not alone. We talk about the psychology of self-worth every week on this channel. If you want to rebuild that trust in yourself, click subscribe and join us. We're building something real here. I want to leave you with one final thought on the pain of letting go, because it will hurt. When you finally walk away from a potential relationship, it often hurts more than a normal breakup. You will feel physical ache in your chest. You will feel a frantic desire to call him. This isn't because he was the one. This is withdrawal. Your dopamine receptors are screaming for that intermittent hit. Your body is in a state of chemical shock. Treat the first 14 days like a medical detox. It is a physiological event, not a romantic sign. But beneath the biology, there is a deeper grief. You are grieving a ghost. You aren't grieving the man who ignored your texts. You aren't grieving the man who made you feel anxious and small. You're grieving the man you built in your own mind. The one who held you safe. The one who understood you. The one who finally loved you the way you deserve. It is heartbreaking to bury a dream. But I want you to look at that dream one last time. The man, the one you imagined he could be, that wasn't him. That was you. You projected your own kindness, your own depth, your own capacity for love onto him. You were using him as a screen to watch the movie of your own beautiful character. He was just a vessel, but you are the source. The love didn't come from him. It came from you. And that means you get to take it with you when you leave. Don't waste your time watering a dead plant. You have a whole garden waiting for you. Take care of yourself.